exactly. No, that's totally different. Guys! What's up, Chris?
Did the famous man get me too'd and therefore needs us to chime in the Facebook comments that people are innocent until proven guilty, technically?
No, that's super important, but I have an amazing movie idea.
Oh, yeah? Let's hear it.
Okay, so what are the 6 best comedies
Motherfucker.
ever made?
Why, the National Lampoon Vacation series, of course.
Of course. So I was thinking, what if we made one of those movies now?
Dude, what are you talking about? People these days aren't ready for the comedic brilliance of, I don't care for the food I haven't tried.
Yeah, or slip and fall down, they cannot handle it.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're wrong. Okay, maybe this generation won't be able to take it. Okay, maybe we'll be before our time. But for the sake of posterity, for the sake of art, we have to make this movie.
Dude, you know what?
F it. You're right. Let's do it. Heck yeah, let's do this thing. Make the world demonstrably worse on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Make the world demonstrably worse.
We all voted for Trump 3 times.
Sure did. Can't wait to vote his 4th time. Yup.
And we're back to the breakdown, and we're going to open up on a close-up of Tim Allen's ugly fucking head.
Right away. Just like, okay, Tim Allen's a terrible person. Let's do this.
My first note is I see like cocaine gave up on this guy.
Yeah. My second note is I hate his face. And then my third note is I like that he's looking all sad.
Yeah.
So it's like him and Jamie Lee Curtis being like the kind of bored couple sitting in bed together, just kind of sad. And you can see in his face that he's like, fucking Jamie Lee Curtis is so much better.
Talk to me when the camera's on. Every time they say cut, she goes and sits in that special oxygen tent and says, I'm not allowed in there.
So much better than Tim Allen acting. I can't
Yeah.
this guy.
Right, so the two of them are sitting in their bed all morose and everything over something. Whatever could it be? We get their stupidly cheap last-minute title. And then we get them taking their daughter, their 23-year-old daughter, to the airport. So I guess she's in the Peace Corps. She's going to go to Peru, and she's going to be gone over Christmas.
Yeah, because the Peace Corps usually keeps you for 3 to 5 years, not 4.5 months.
Yep, yeah. So, well, actually, it would be even less than that, right? Because, like, they're leaving the Sunday after Thanksgiving. We know that because Tim Allen says, well, the Sunday after Thanksgiving, the busiest travel day of the year. It's not. That's not a fucking thing. We travel more in the summer than we do at fucking Thanksgiving. But he says that anyway, just so that he can start the movie off being wrong about shit.
He's the worst. And then the daughter, Blair, right?
Yeah.
She says goodbye. She's like, I love you, Mom. She hugs Jamie Lee Curtis. And then she's like, okay, bye, Tim.
Bye, Tim Allen.
Yeah.
Bye, Tim Allen, a man who I will not hug even when pretending he is my father.
Well, so here's the thing, though, is that, like, Tim Allen is supposed to be this, like, distant dad with his armor up and never shows any emotion or whatever, and you keep thinking that at some point in the movie they're gonna, like, deal with that, but they're not.
No. In fact, at the very end of the movie, Jamie Lee Curtis will do what...
Oh, my speaker died. Now I gotta recharge it. Come back, Gam, come back. Come on. Are you dead? Yeah, shut the fuck up. Get back home. Get.
Shitty, abusive dad
There you go.
behaves so badly that even she can't ignore it. Which is like, well, now everything's quiet and I'm weird and sad. Yep. So that's it. That's the closest this movie gets to any kind of dealing with Tim Allen's parents.
Alright, what are you going to do with Protestants, right?
What are you gonna do? Poison your husband with one of the many household chemicals available to you? And then say it's a heart attack?
They'll believe,
And be instantly believed?
they want Tim Allen to be dead.
Anybody have a ricin guy?
So they're heading home from the airport, it's very rainy, but they have to stop to get a few things. And we're going to have this moment. It's like it's rainy, he's forgotten his umbrella, and now he has to go out and get wet. And what's supposed to be happening here is we're supposed to be feeling sympathy for this poor everyman who's being, like, you know, bossed around by his nagging wife or whatever. But it's Tim Allen, and fuck that guy, so none of it works.
Also, fuck anyone who feels this way. Yeah, I don't want to go in this grocery store with you. You go get wet and I stay drunk. Just kill yourself. You don't have to be here. Okay? If you're upset about doing this favor for your wife, it's not going to work out. You're never going to find a thing you like. You're just going to keep finding satisfying experiences. You should blow your tailpipe. Like, it's got to end. It's got to end. There are kids starving in India. Let yourself have to mail yourself to them. Do something.
Get the divorce and look up hoflation first and get into all the men's rights bullshit, but then definitely kill yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can have whatever happens you want along the way. We're not here to tell anybody what to do. Here's the thing. I so didn't relate to this viewpoint that when the camera followed him instead of her, I was confused. Right? I was like, but wait, he's not the main character, he's the antagonist behaving like a big sack of shit.
Well, and to just make him even worse, there's a guy there selling a boat. And like, oh, how convenient. That would completely eliminate, or not completely, but that would mostly eliminate the problems that you're having in the movie right now. But he's
That was
mean
awesome.
to the umbrella guy.
Yeah, no, he might as well somehow believe that, like, being mean to the umbrella guy and not having an umbrella will lower the price of the eggs that he's about to buy. And he's actually now a perfect metaphor for the country that we live in.
Yeah. So he comes back out, he's soaking wet, he gets splashed while he's out, and Mom's crying because she just got a phone call from the daughter from the plane, and Dad's like, oh, that's really expensive. And I'm like, oh, in case I didn't hate him enough, they added that.
Don't have to wear blacks on the plane.
It's like a couple of hours. Just call her after, whatever. I actually, for a second, I was like, that's a valid complaint. Don't do that.
Heath, I had to erase so many notes that I had in here. I saw how sympathetic you were to Tim Allen's character.
Yeah, Heath, join me over here for a second. They make me get Tim Allen throughout this fucking movie. Can you come over here for a second? Hey, but can you take a knee when we're just like,
Are we in the whisper area?
yeah, we're just over here. The podcast listeners can't hear us. It's just like we're gonna villainize Tim Allen, and you're gonna be like, no, that's totally normal. But if you just tuck in.
You
Join
think
us.
you just come in and say,
Yeah, okay.
say nothing instead?
3, 2, 1, break.
I think I lost the audience already.
No, they can't hear us here.
They can't. All right.
If we last too long, we'll. And we're back. And we're back. Hey,
Where's you guys been? I was talking about this movie. But he has to go back into the store, pick up more shit, and then he gets even wetter, and the umbrella guy tries to sell him an umbrella again. Anyway, so yeah, sorry. That's it. Like all my notes are just what's happening in the fucking movie. That and Kara notes. Kara, I hate the email.
I liked the rising action of this. I thought Bob Hope was going to be like sealed in a magician's water tank, just actively drowning until I was like, okay, that one's bad. To be fair,
No, that would be annoying. But
as besieged.
as he's doing all of this, he sees an advertisement for a Carnival cruise. And I'm like, yes, Tim Allen, that is what you deserve. One of the worst things that I could possibly wish on anyone, a fucking Carnival cruise. The cruise, one that tips over and gets norovirus or something.
I was going to say Carnival Cruise because they can't advertise norovirus.
Yeah.
I don't like cruises.
Eli, can you join me in the whisper
Yeah,
area?
come over what's going on.
Is it cool to have cruises? Because
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
have
yeah.
a movie once and everybody hated me.
Yeah, no, that they hate. They hate so much. And you went over to my shitty show that 4 people listened to take it back. It was like 6 guys.
You think I redeemed myself during that?
I think you totally redeemed yourself, but they got to listen to your old dad's
I'm not a bad person. Wait, they can't hear me right now.
And we're back. I'm not a bad
Oh,
person.
what?
Excellent. I was
Yeah.
I'll do my water tank.
So, okay, So that evening, they're having, like, hate each other dinner, which they're not. Like, I wrote that in my notes, but, like, it's just because Tim Allen is so fucking hateable that I can't imagine eating dinner with him without hating him. That's not what's supposed to be happening at all, right?
Yeah, do you think they did a couple of takes where charismatic beauty Jamie Lee Curtis tried to vamp with Tim Allen and he was like, too many Mexicans? And she was like, all right, you know what, why don't we just start the scene in silence and then you'll say your first line.
Like, she asks about the plot, he tells her about the plot, and then we have this long moment where he's staring at her, and the comedy beat they're going for is she thinks he wants to have sex. Now, the daughter's out of the picture, but he wants to sell her on the idea of being a crew.
Yeah, he's like, I've got an idea. He's kind of making eyes, and she's like, all right, let's fuck. Exactly. He, like, goes out to do his idea for a second. And she's like, okay, we're gonna get drunk to fuck Tim Allen. Drinks an entire glass of wine in one go. 2 glasses. She reaches over and grabs his, too.
Yep, she needs to be drunk enough to fuck that guy.
But then he comes back in and he's like, no, not sex. Shut up, what are you doing? We're not doing sex. We're doing some accounting. Introduce the plot of Skipping Curtis.
Oh, I love that fucking weapon.
The first time that the movie expects us to think that Tim Allen would rather do anything except fuck Jamie Lee Curtis. I was so confused. I was like, but Tim Allen, Jamie Lee Curtis has indicated that she's willing to fuck you. There's literally nothing short of a medical emergency that would stop you from fucking Jamie Lee Curtis. That would stop you from fucking Jamie Lee Curtis. If Jamie Lee Curtis appeared in my weird recording studio right now and did a series of gestures, I'd just stop talking.
So yeah, but instead he brings out his ledger and he's showing her, and he's like, hey, look at all this money we spent on Christmas last year. $6,000. For that one,
Oh, I love this fucking weapon.
cruise with Coma.
Oh!
Okay.
This thing's so sick, dude. Alright, break time. I have to take a break. Sorry.